Hey Capricorn, welcome to your weekly forecast for October 18th through the 24th. We're going to connect here and see what's coming up for Capricorn Sun, Moon, and Rising. Keep in mind, my dears, that if you happen to stumble upon this video outside of the dates I mentioned, don't you worry. You found it whenever you were meant to find it. We're going to connect here and see what's coming up for Capricorn Sun, Moon, and Rising for the Capricorn Collective in the week ahead. One more good shuffle here. All right, my dears, let's get right on into it and see what messages are coming up for Capricorn Sun, Moon, and Rising. The first card we have coming up here is the Ace of Wands. This came up for Aries, as well as, I want to say, Gemini. So if you have, some of you might be dealing with an Aries or Gemini because they also received this card, or if you have a placement, it could be a confirmation for you of this energy. Ace of Wands has to do with opportunities that are presenting themselves to you and your ability to seize that opportunity, to take hold of it and to go for it. A lot of the times, these are opportunities that we might kind of turn our nose up at because we think it's not that big of a deal, or we think it's not going to give us what we think it's going to give us. However, the Ace of Wands says that this is something that when we put our energy and our focus into it, it's going to flourish, it's going to expand, it's going to become something more. So there might be something that you're overlooking. You're not giving it enough credit, or you're not seeing the full potential of something. But once you get going, once you get started, you give it a little bit of love, you give it a little bit of time, a little bit of your energy, it begins to take off. So in a work situation, right, it could be something that your boss is asking you to do that you don't think it's a big deal. Meanwhile, they're thinking of promoting you, or they're trying to see if you can get it down because they might be wanting to start a new department and they want to see if you can get it down so you can kind of head it, or you can get it going, right? Potential promotion there. Or a temp thing opens up and you're like, oh, I don't want it because I want something permanent right now. But once you get going, once you get your foot in the door, it's becoming something permanent. This can also have to do with collaborations that maybe you think aren't that big of a deal, but they're aligning you with certain people, or they're giving you certain tools that are going to be very beneficial for you in the future down the road. So don't be quick to turn your nose up at these opportunities and just assume that they're not that big of a deal, okay? Your next card coming up here is the Three of Wands. Again, I feel like Three of Wands also came up for Aries. Interesting here, okay? So some of you could be dealing with an Aries. Three of Wands also has a lot to do with the point of no return. You've come too far to give up on something at this point. Like you've invested too much to just turn your back and walk away from it. And the Three of Wands can be a card that's coming up when there's a sense of awakening, seeing the truth, seeing past illusions, having an epiphany, and being able to see what's really ahead of you, right? Now that you've seen it, you can't unsee it. You have to keep moving forward, right? There could be, in terms of self-employment, a product launch, right? Three of Wands could very much be a product launch or something that you're preparing to pitch or to put out there. And the Three of Wands is telling us that there will be a positive return for you. There will be a favorable return, right? There will be profit that comes of it. It will also be a learning experience in which you're able to see what went well and how to do even better next time, okay? So there could be something that some of you are preparing to present, to introduce, to market, to begin advertising, or to begin pitching. You're putting it out there. I feel some of you might even be reaching out for some kind of representation, right? Like maybe you wrote a book or something and you're seeking out representation for like a book agent, or if you're getting into something creative in terms of performing, you might be looking for somebody to promote you or to manage you in that way. So I feel there's also like a sense here of wanting to reach more people and trying to connect with the people that are going to expand your reach into opportunities for you. Like, you know, to be seen by more people, to be submitted for more, different types of work, or, job or project possibilities or opportunities. For some reason, I feel that vibe, that some of you are seeking some kind of representation to be promoted, or you've prepared something and you're finding someone to present it for you, right? To be the promoter, to be the voice, to be the advertiser, or the person who's, going out there with it and presenting it for you. I'm getting that sense from the Three of Wands, which is interesting, because I don't think I've ever gotten that vibe from the card before, but I'm getting it in this instance or in this situation. The next card coming up here for you, Capricorn, is the Nine of Pentacles, and this is very positive. Nine of Pentacles is a card that comes up when we're dealing with financial independence. It's also a card having to do with successful self-employment. So these cards are really great for any kind of independent projects or anything you've been doing in terms of business. You can expect to see with these cards that there's going to be positive movement, positive growth. Nine of Pentacles tells us significant growth, because Nine of Pentacles is like money is coming in. This is something that is becoming the bread and butter, so to speak, right? Something that you can transition to full time. You're beginning to see that possibility. You're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Nine of Pentacles also comes in with the energy of overcoming anxiety. That in the past, it's been the anxiety that's kept you from being able to be successful. You know, maybe some of you have a history of getting really stressed out, maybe even having panic attacks, or getting really worried about, like, what people are thinking, or how they're looking at you, or they think you're doing horrible, or getting caught up with feelings of like imposter syndrome, right? And it was so intense that it caused you to sabotage your work, or to give up, or to just kind of have conflicts or disagreements with other people because you felt like they were out to get you in some kind of a way. But the Nine of Pentacles is saying that now you're mastering the anxiety, you're calming it, and now you can be successful. Now you have success in your work, and you're able to deal with the anxiety in a healthy, balanced way so that it's not taking over your life anymore. Okay, so maybe some of you are seeking out holistic treatments, or maybe some of you are seeking out a life coach or a counselor, or somebody that you can work through the anxiety with their help. But a lot of you have been blocked by anxiety in the past, and now you're getting a hold of it, right? And you're advancing, and you're seeing success in your projects, in your endeavors. For some of you, it's felt like a labor of love, but you're seeing it move forward. Another message with the Nine of Pentacles is you are catching the eye of someone. They see you as very special. They see you as very high caliber. They see you as very different. But they're also trying to wonder, is what I'm seeing for real? Is Capricorn really as awesome as I think Capricorn is? Or is Capricorn fooling us? Right? So it's kind of, it always makes me think of the song by Blake Shelton, Who Are You When I'm Not Looking? Like they're kind of watching you, they're kind of studying you to get an idea of your character. Are you really this awesome? Right? Or are you putting on masks? And so they might keep a distance, and they might watch you to see, are they going to catch you slipping? Are they going to catch you acting in a certain kind of way? This can be true in terms of love and romance, and it can also be true in career. Sometimes you might feel or sense like, I feel like my boss or my supervisor's paying a lot of attention to what I'm doing. I feel like they're always looking over here. I feel like they're always like focusing on me, but they don't say anything. Like, they don't come up to me. They don't say anything. I don't know if they're mad at me. I don't know if I'm doing really good. I don't know where I stand. They're taking notes. They're watching you. They've noticed you, right? And there can be plans about moving you up, or giving you more work, or something that might be a big deal for you in terms of career, in terms of work, in terms of your job. But they're also just wanting to see, like, is this person for real? Are they going to keep it up? Like, is this for real? And so I feel like there's big opportunities coming up for you guys in terms of other projects or promotions, or working with different departments, learning new skills. 9 of Pentacles to me is also a very respected energy. And that might have been an issue that some of you have had, that you feel like you were really disrespected by people, or disrespected in work situations and not taken seriously. And 9 of Pentacles is the opposite of that. There's nothing but respect. You are taken very seriously. So many of you are finding yourselves making that shift and receiving that respect. Okay? Now, the next card coming up for you, Capricorn, is the 9 of Wands. And 9 of Wands says, here you are, you're about to cross the finish line. Don't give up. Don't let fear or worry get the best of you. Continue to move forward, because this is it. You're coming up on that finish line. Now, with the 9 of Wands, we might be defensive and we might be scared, because we might feel like, what if I make the wrong choice? What if I make the wrong decision? Well, you can study, you can do research, you can figure out how other people have handled these decisions or these opportunities. I'm hearing fair market value. That is something some of you may want to be researching around offers or positions that are presented to you, so that you know what to ask for. Now, the 9 of Wands has a lot of symbolism here. Every single one of these wands is somebody that came up to him and tried to take him out. But he fought them, he battled them, he won, he took the stick away, he stuck it in the ground behind him, and it's like this little token of victory, but it's also an added tool or an added weapon. Each one of those battles gave him something that he could have in his arsenal. So you have a lot of experience here, and you're able to defend yourself, and you're able to protect yourself, and you don't have to be so scared about letting in the wrong people or wrong situations, because the 9 of Wands tells us that there's absolutely positively nothing new under the sun that anybody can come at you with. You've seen every dirty trick. You've seen every lie. You've seen every manipulation. So all you need to do is stay alert and pay attention to the red flags. Some people say, I don't know how to spot the red flags. Your higher self is telling you every second of every day. Anytime you meet somebody and you're like, man, they really remind me of that one ex I had who could not be faithful to save their life. This person really reminds me of that one cousin that was always talking about me behind my back and trying to turn people against me. Oh, I went on a job interview and the vibe totally felt like that one job I had where the coworkers were really toxic and they were always trying to get me to do things that were like sketchy or borderline illegal, and I didn't feel right being there. Pay attention to that little voice that comes up. That's not you being fearful. That's not you being judgmental. Your intuition is picking up on a familiar energy, and that's your higher self saying, hey Capricorn, remember that one time? Yeah, okay, we've already learned this lesson. If we get involved with this person or this situation, it's going to be the same thing again. We already learned that lesson. We don't have to do it again. We've already been to that class. We don't have to take that class again. So pay attention. When you pay attention to that, you're not going to give your time or your energy to things that are going to be a waste of time or things that are going to be an unpleasant repeat of the past. Okay, you don't have to be afraid. All you have to do is be alert and let experience speak for itself. You're very close to the finish line. You're coming up on the finish line here. It doesn't make sense to get scared and to give up right now. You've come too far. You've come too far to give up now, Capricorn. Okay? Now, I know a lot of people are feeling stuck right now. So, I've brought back the custom affirmations. I wasn't doing them for a while because my energy needs to be in a certain level to where I can dig deep enough to do the reading and see where might your blocks be, how you might be able to overcome those blocks, and then depending on what comes up in the reading, to put together a personalized affirmation for you and your situation so that you can put it to use in your spiritual practice. So I've worked on that so that I can start offering that to you guys again. I used to offer it in the past and I had to stop offering it. I'm offering it again, and I'm doing it for like less than half of what I used to charge for it because I know times are hard right now. A lot of people are struggling, so Spirit led me to do that. If you are feeling super stuck, you might want to check out, I'm calling it the Rut Buster. I have that listed on the calendar. And I have a lot of different types of readings listed on the calendar for different budgets, different price points. I try to have something for everybody. But even if you're in a place where you're like, I can't get a private reading right now, make sure you watch your moon sign, your rising sign, your Venus sign, because even though these are general readings, that's giving you more personalized energy, right? It's more personalized to your specific placements. And so it can be very helpful to watch your moon, your rising, your Venus, to get additional messages pertaining to you and your specific energy. If you would like a private reading, as I said, the link is in the description to schedule there. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I'm wishing you all a wonderful, wonderful week, my dears. Take care, Capricorns.